there, how are you today? It's a lovely Saturday morning here in sunny Shropshire, and well, not so sunny really, it's still quite chilly, but at least it's 10 degrees, which is quite nice. Just thought I'd give a bit of an update as to where we are. Got the exhaust back yesterday from my new friend Marius, and I tell you what, that guy's got a talent. So here's what it looks like. As you can see, he's had to replace all 4 of the pipes that come out of the silencer because they were all really corroded all down here. I'll show you that in a minute. Then he's replaced them with stainless steel, so he says they'll never rust. Now they're a good fit for the downpipes. He even threw in some exhaust assembly paste, so we'll put a good wipe round on there, you know, before we put them back together. He said we might have to just tweak them a bit as they go on because these were a really funny angle, but you know, he's a proper engineer stroke welder, and he's done a really nice job. I mean, as you can see, these welds are just the neatest things, and it's going to look great. So we're going to get that put on the bike this morning and run it up, see hopefully it'll be a lot better. So yeah, that's the job for this morning. Anyway, in other news, unfortunately, drunk Simon struck again. And what's he been up to this time? Well, what he's been up to this time is there was a bit of an eBay auction I noticed a week or so ago for 4 bikes. One GPz550d1 1981, of course, on an X-Reg, and then 3 Z550s. Everything needs restoring, but from what the guy says, they were running and they were put away about 9 or 10 years ago in the garage, and not been touched since. Anyway, I saw these on eBay. Oh, and there's a ton of parts as well. There's 2 spare engines, there's loads of exhausts, there's 2 big boxes of various parts, loads and loads of stuff. A, I don't need them. B, I haven't got the space for them. C, I could do without spending the money on them at the moment. And D, I've got 5 bikes now, so do I really need any more? Anyway, drunk Simon, my alter ego, had a bit of a bid on them and then forgot all about it. And oh yeah, the downside was they're in France. Anyway, so yeah, I had a bit of a bid on them and then forgot all about it. And then yesterday morning, my mate texts me to say, I was working, doing IT work, and my mate texted me to say, oh, how are you doing on that auction? And I thought, oh, the auction, oh God. Logged on to see that I had 4 minutes left on the auction and I was still the winning bidder. And blow me, I won the auction. Now, I should be really happy about that, but we've got to go on the ferry, I've got to get a huge van, da-di-da-di-da. So anyway, I've won the auction, I've been in touch with the guy. The deal is done, I've paid a deposit, and we're going to go and fetch it next weekend. Dog sister's booked, so she comes and moves in for the weekend whilst we're away to look after the dogs and the cats. And me and my lovely wife are going to go over. So we sail out on Friday night, and we're back on Sunday morning. I'm going to take you guys with me. We're going to do the whole road trip, and just for the fun of it, really. But yeah, so again, my lovely wife has organised a, because of her contacts through the business that she works in, she's been able to sort us out with a large, I think it's going to be a Mercedes van, but it's got the big Luton back on it with a power tail lift. And you know, which is going to be great because we're going to be able to roll the bikes bob them in. And the van is supposed to be, it's used now for collection and delivery of motorcycles. So it should have all the straps and maybe some, you know, mounting things that you can put the wheels into, you know, really chock them up. So that's all really good. We'll have a look at it when we get it on Friday morning. But yeah, it's going to be fun. So yay, road trip. So yeah, 9 bikes we'll have then. But the all-important one is the GPz550d1. I don't want the Z550s. I really don't. And I will be selling them. I'll try and get them running as a bare minimum. And I mean, you know, from what the guy said, seems a really nice fella, but from what the guy said, they did run. And, you know, so I'll just see if I can get them running, because, you know, it's much better to sell a bike that's running. And then those 3 will go. And if the D1 engine is fine, I'll probably sell the other 2 spare engines as well. And then we'll look at what parts we've got left. Kate said to me this morning that because she's been looking on to see if we could do an auto jumble, you know, that sort of thing. And there's one at Stafford, is it Stafford Bike Show, which is a really big event every year. And we're thinking of, because I've still got tons of GPz600R parts, and well, 600, 400R parts. So we're probably going to go through what I don't want out of the parts that comes with this job lot from France, and take it all down to this auto jumble and see if we can get some money back. I've got to balance the books, really. Like I say, I wasn't intending to buy these. It was a bit of I'd had a bit of a drink of wine, and oh, that looks good, click click, and you know what it's like. And I, you know, maybe, as my lovely wife Kate said, my laptop should be fitted with some sort of breathalyzer, which doesn't allow me to bid unless I've blown a negative. So yeah, that's something we'll have to look at. Anyway, so that's exciting. So yeah, we'll be videoing the entire trip, and you know, the goodies when we get them. And let's you know, I hope you're going to tune in for that one. It should be a really fun video. But yeah, it's although I've got it for a really good price, I think what put people off was the distance. You know, it's a lot of money for the ferry with the big truck. And because it's an overnight crossing, so it's a long way. It's only a couple of hours once we get to France, but yeah, it's, you know, we've got to drive all the way down to Portsmouth, and then, you know, the overnight crossing. So it's quite expensive. So that adds quite a bit on top of the purchase price. But I am absolutely sure that the chap, if it was in this country, he would have doubled or trebled the price that he got. So I'm going to look to get my money back through selling these Zs, and the D1 will be a keeper. I don't know what I'll do with it yet. You know, it'll be a restoration project, of course, but yeah, we'll just see. I'm really excited about it though, so yeah, that's all good. Right, okay, let's get this exhaust cleaned up a bit first, and then put back on the D1, and then let's get her running, and hopefully that'll be super duper. So yeah, great, thank you. Okay, so I wasn't too sure how it went on, as in, do you put the downpipes in the silencer first and then put the whole thing on, or do you put the downpipes on and then try and match it up with the silencer afterwards? And I thought, well, I'll go for that, because as you can see here, let's just have a look, all of these are quite loose now, so I figured you know, maybe it would be easy enough to get them on to the silencer now. I mean, all the nuts are on the headers, so I think that's what I'm going to try and do. Okay, so let's see if we can't get that silencer on. That side stand switch again. I'll do something with that. Yeah, what a really good result. Marius has done us a really good job there. No blowing. Now I've changed those collets round. The exhaust's fine at the front, no blowing at all there. Dead easy to get back on. I've put some of the sealer right round in the four pipes where the down pipes meet the silencer, so we've got no blowing there. Sounds sweet as you like. It starts really well now. Well, it does when that flipping side stand switch isn't playing up. I've really got to do something with that. Sweet, eh? Bit lumpy, but needs a run. Yeah, definitely going to be out on it soon. What else we got left to do now? Not much really. Just the probably just the idle a bit more. Got a bit of slack on the throttle there. Haven't had a look at the speedo cable because I haven't been out on it yet, but probably have a look at that next. Right, that's it. Better there. Yeah, obviously with next week's adventure coming up, I don't think we're going to get much else done. But there's nothing really more to do on the GPz550d1 now. Oh, I tell you, one of the things that I'm quite excited about is, and this is quite extreme really, but on the D1 that we're picking up next week, I did notice by studying the photographs in minute detail that it's got the correct brackets for the nose cone fairing. So I'm having them to start with to go on this one, and you know, that'll be another job ticked off then. Yeah, it sounds lovely, doesn't it? You know, that exhaust is really nice. Marius has done such a good job. He's, you know, he's this Polish chap, and his attention to detail is just a credit to him. It really is. You know, he's a nice chap, and he worked really quite hard on that exhaust to get it right for me. And I'm sure he could have charged me more than he did. It was a very, very fair price, and yeah, I'm really, really pleased with it. So yeah, there we are. That's it for today. Look out for next week. There might be a delay in doing the video, obviously because I won't be here. But yeah, the dog sitter's moving in for the weekend, so they'll be happy as you like, and spoilt to death, no doubt. Yeah, excellent. So stick with me, folks, and let's see what the little French excursion delivers, and you know, what extra parts we get in all those boxes. So looking forward to that. Stick with me. Thanks for subscribing. If you haven't already, please do subscribe and click the little bell icon. You'll get a notification every time I upload new videos, and I do about once a week. And you never know what you're going to get. I mean, I didn't know what I was going to get this week, and it looks like we've got four more bikes. So yeah, we're going to need a bigger shop. Okay, thanks very much. See you soon. Bye.